Hi friends, today we learn relative motion. What is meant by relative motion? Before answering this question, I ask you one small question. Are you taller or shorter? What is my question? Are you taller or shorter? What is your answer for this question? Suppose your answer is taller. How can you say you are taller? Suppose your answer is shorter. How can you say you are shorter? That means you are comparing your height with another person's. Then only you can say taller or shorter. Suppose your height is 165 centimeters. Suppose your height is 165 centimeters. Your friend height, your friend take name a height is 160 centimeters. If you compare your height with a, your answer is taller. Suppose you take your another friend b, his height is 170 centimeters. Then compared with him, your answer is shorter. Suppose you take another person, his height is 165 centimeters. You take another person C height is 165 centimeters. If you compare with C, what is your answer? After comparison with answer C, your answer is not taller, not shorter. You give new answer. So that new answer is same. What same? You are not a taller or you are not a shorter person. Your height is same as that of the person C. If you compare with A, your height is more. Compared with B, your height is less. How much your height is more? How much your height is less? When compared with A, your answer is I am 5 centimeters, 5 centimeter taller than A. How can you say you are 5 centimeter taller than person A? To answer like this, you are subtracting person A height from your height 165 centimeter minus 160, then you give 5 centimeter. You got positive answer. Positive gives you are taller. Suppose you compared with person B, you subtract person B height from your height 165 minus 170, that is equal to minus 5 centimeter. Here you got negative answer. Negative answer means you are shorter, 5 centimeter shorter than the person B. Like we are comparing. Suppose if you compare with C, comparison with C, your height is 165 and person C height is also 165. That is equal to 0. You are 0 centimeter taller than person C or 0 centimeter shorter than the person C. That means you are comparing your height with person A, your answer is 5 centimeter. Compared with B, your answer is minus 5 centimeter. That is shorter. Compared with your answer is same. Without comparison, we can't give answer. So that's why this taller and shorter, these two terms are said to be relative. Taller and shorter are relative terms. Not only taller and shorter relative terms, another relative terms are there. Now we see one more example. Okay. In this example, you assume this is your colony. This is one junction A and B is another junction. You assume this is your house. Suppose your friend want to meet you. How can you say your address? Suppose he is in a junction A. Suppose your friend is coming from junction A. For person who is coming from junction A, for his your house is left side or right side. For him, your house is right side. Right side second house. For him, you can give answer right side second house. Suppose another person is coming from the junction B. Another person coming from junction B. Who is coming from junction B? For him, your house is left side of him. Left side, third house. Okay, na? Like here, right and left also said to be a relative terms. Whenever your friend you want to meet you, he is at junction. Suppose he is coming from junction A. From junction A, your house is right side, second house. If another friend is coming from junction B, for him, your house is left side, third house. Means here, your house is fixed, but you are giving different answers for your two friends. Friend who is coming from point A, for him, you are saying right side, second house. Who is coming from B, for him, you are saying answer is left side, third house. Why you are giving different answers? Why we are giving different answers? Your house with respect to point A and with respect to point B, you are comparing in direction of a person. That's why your house direction also changes. That's why here left and right and left are said to be a relative terms. Right and left. Not only right and left, generally up and down, up and down. These also relative terms. Day and night, day and night. In previous example, we saw taller and shorter. In previous example, we saw taller and shorter. So these all are relative terms. There is no absolute right. There is no absolute of left. There is no absolute of up, no absolute of down. So there is no day and absolute night. These all terms are said to be relative. Like we can answer the questions, but what about relative motion? Relative motion means motion of one body is compared with another body. So here motion of one body when compared with another one, the motion of body changes. For example, we see one example. A passenger standing on a road. A passenger standing beside the road. Nearby him, one tree is there. Nearby him, one tree is there. For this person, tree appears at rest. Okay, Andy. For this person, tree appears at rest. Suppose from here, one vehicle is going towards east. In this vehicle, one person is there, driver assume. For driver is going like this. So in this vehicle is going in this direction. Okay now. For this driver, the tree will appear in motion. In which direction? The motion of the tree appears towards west. Not only tree, this person is also appears to moving towards west. But suppose another person is sitting in the same car. What is the position of this another person with respect to him? With respect to him, the position of this person is rest, but this person position is motion. Means here rest and motion are said to be a relative. Okay, Randy. What happened on here? When car is moving towards east, a boy or one person is standing beside the road. For this person, tree appears at rest. But same tree who is traveling in car, this person tree appears to moving towards west. So one person tree appears at rest. For another person, tree appears in motion. So that means rest and motion also said to be relative terms. Rest and motion. This rest and motion depends on the observer. If observer changes, this rest and motion answers also changes. That's why rest and motion are also said to be a relative. Not only rest and motion, distance, displacement, speed, velocity. These all terms are said to be relative terms. There is no absolute, all are the relative terms. But if you observe in Newtonian mechanics, in case of Newtonian mechanics, mass and time are said to be absolute. In Newtonian mechanics, mass and time are said to be absolute. But whereas in the case of relativistic mechanics, mass and time are also relative. Okay, na? In Newtonian mechanics, mass and time are said to be absolute. Whereas in case of a relativistic mechanics or Einstein mechanics, mass and time are also relative. That means there is no meaning of absolute. Here all are the relative terms only. Left and right, up and down, day and night, taller or shorter, rest and motion, distance and displacement, speed and velocity, mass and time, all quantities are said to be a relative. So, but what is meant by relative motion? Relative motion means motion of one body is compared or observed by the another person. He may be in motion or he may be at rest. So, with respect to this person, this body's motion is said to be a relative motion. That means simply said to be relative motion means motion of one body is compared with a another body, that is said to be a relative motion. For example, you are traveling in a bus. Another bus is comes to overtake your bus. At that time, the speed of the bus appears less. But same bus is coming opposite direction. At that time, speed of that bus appears more. Why? Why means here also same. If it is traveling in same direction, that appears less. If it is coming in opposite direction, then it appears more. Sir, suppose if it is coming perpendicular, it gives another result. So thus all we discuss in this topic, relative motion. Okay, now. So now we discuss one more example based on this. Suppose two cars are start from a same point. This is taken as a reference line. From this reference line, two cars are started. This is car A and this is car B. After certain time, both are having at different positions. This is car B. After certain time, car A is here. Its position is 50 meters from the reference line. The position of the car A is 50 meters from the reference line. Similarly, car B travels up to here only. The position of the car B from the reference line is 30 meters only. From the reference line, the position of the car B is 30 meters. Its position is at 30 meters. Now, my question is, what is the distance of the car A from the reference line? Sir, distance of the car A from the reference line, your answer is 50 meter. Okay, very good. What is the distance of the car B from the reference line? Distance of the car B from the reference line is 30 meter. Okay. Now, my question is, what is the distance of car A? Distance of car A from the B. Distance of car A from car B. What is your answer? Your answer absolutely correct. That is 20 meter. How can you say? Means to answer this question, distance of the car A from car B, then we are subtracting distance of the car A from the distance of car B. First we are writing car A distance. Okay, Andy. Its distance from the reference line is 50 meter. 50 meter is the distance of car A from the reference line minus distance of the car B from the reference line. Distance of car B from the reference line is 30 meter. So our answer is 50 minus 30, that is equal to 20 meter. 20 meter is your answer. That is correct. But to answer this question, 20 meter, 20 meter here we got positive. Positive means that is forward direction or towards right. Okay, and car A is 20 meters right side of car B. Suppose same question I am asking in reverse. What is the distance of car B? Distance of car B from car A. Car B from car A. What is your answer? Now, subtract the distance of car B from the car A, distance of car A. In this case, to answer this one, distance of car B from the reference line is 30 meter minus distance of the car A from the reference is 50 meter. So that is equal to minus 20 meter you got. Here this minus indicates the direction. So that means car B is behind the car A 20 meters. Car B is 20 meters behind car A. But car A is 20 meters forward or in front of car B. Like we can give relations. Okay, Andy. In this, we can write like this one. How we can write distance of car A from car B? Same this I am writing in a equation form. So distance of car A from B is equal to distance of car A minus distance of car B from the reference point. Okay, and here A and B, this A and B we are considering from a reference point. So from this reference point only these answers are correct. Otherwise, if reference point changes, then we may get different answers. From this reference point, distance of car A with respect to B. Okay, now distance of car A from B is equal to car A minus car B. That means the person who is in car B, for him car A is appears 20 meters forward. Same for this, I am writing another equation. Distance of car B, distance of car B from the car A, who is observing from the car A, this distance will appears distance of B minus distance of A. It appears 20 meters behind the car B. This we can read distance of car B with respect to A. This is distance of car A with respect to B. From these two equations, if you observe, we can write distance of A with respect to B is equal to minus of distance of B with respect to A. Distance of A with respect to B is equal to minus of distance of B with respect to A will come. This is said to be a relative. Distance of A with respect to B is equal to minus of distance of B with respect to A. Okay. Here distance of A with respect to B is equal to distance of A minus distance of B. Now this is just a general notation, that is in vector form. Sir, same equation we can write in vector notation. Why we are using vector notation? Because here we are taking only magnitudes but not considering the directions. If they are in perpendicular directions or if they are making certain angle. So whatever it may be, in this condition, same we can write displacement of A with respect to B is equal to displacement of A from the reference point minus distance of the B from the reference point. So here both are considering from the same reference point. That's why I'm writing A and B only. Now this equation differentiating both sides with respect to time. Differentiating this equation with respect to time, with respect to t, then you get ds by dt is equal to d by dt of SA minus SD. This we can write rate of displacement. So this we can simplify, write like this: d by dt of SA minus d by dt of SB. Now we know rate of displacement. Rate of displacement is called velocity. Rate of displacement is called velocity. Generally, here objects are moving on the ground. That's why we are taking this velocity with respect to ground only. From this we can write velocity of the A with respect to B is equal to velocity of A with respect to B is equal to velocity of the A with respect to ground minus velocity of the B with respect to the ground only we can consider. Okay, and in this equation, velocity of the A with respect to B is equal to velocity of A minus velocity of the B. Velocity of the A, that means that is with respect to ground, or generally take it as a absolute velocity. Absolute velocity means there is no absolute, but in this condition, why we are giving all are on the surface of earth. So with respect to this frame, that's why it is said to be a absolute VA minus VB. Otherwise, we can write velocity of A with respect to B is equal to velocity of A with respect to B is equal to velocity of A with respect to ground minus velocity of the B with respect to ground. Also, we can write. But velocity of the ground is generally 0. That's why we are writing VA minus VB. Again, differentiate this equation. Again, differentiate this equation. Then you get d by dt of VAB is equal to VAB bar is equal to d by dt of VA minus d by dt of VB. D by dt of VA, that is said to be acceleration of A with respect to B. Acceleration of A with respect to B is equal to acceleration of A with respect to ground minus acceleration of B we can write. This is another equation in terms of a acceleration. This is in terms of a velocity, relative velocity. This is equation for a relative displacement. These are the equations we are using to solve the problems. Displacement of A with respect to B is equal to displacement of A minus displacement of B. Velocity of A with respect to B is equal to velocity of A minus velocity of the B. Acceleration of A with respect to B is equal to acceleration of A minus acceleration of B. So these are the equations. Here, displacement of A with respect to B is equal to displacement of A minus displacement of B. Here, we are taking these are in a vector notation. Suppose we want to find the magnitude of displacement. To find the magnitude of displacement of A with respect to B is equal to formula under root of displacement of A whole square plus displacement of B square minus 2 into displacement of A into displacement of B into cos theta. We should use this formula to find the resultant magnitude. Okay, the magnitude of displacement of A with respect to B is equal to under root of displacement of A whole square plus displacement of B whole square minus 2 S displacement of A into displacement of B into cos theta. Use this formula to find the resultant magnitude. In same manner, to find the resultant velocity, magnitude of velocity, we use same formula. Velocity of A with respect to B is equal to under root of velocity of the A square plus velocity of the B square minus 2 into velocity of A into velocity of B into cos theta we can reuse. Cos theta we can use. To find the resultant direction, we know tan alpha is equal to, in parallelogram law of vector addition, same formula is used to find the resultant directions. These are the displacement and velocity and acceleration equation. You know, acceleration of A with respect to B is equal to acceleration of A minus acceleration of B. After this, now these same equations are applicable applied to a equations of motions. Now we write the equations of motion. We know equations of motion in that first one is V is equal to U plus AT. First equation of motion. Second one, S is equal to UT plus of AT square. Third equation of motion is V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. And the last equation of motion is Sn is equal to distance traveled by the body in nth second is equal to U plus A into N minus of. Now these equations are in a relative motion. Same equations we can write like this. Velocity of the A with respect to B is equal to final velocity of A with respect to B is equal to initial velocity of A with respect to B plus acceleration of A with respect to B into T we can write. If you want in vector notation, write in vector notation only, no problem. Similarly, displacement from this equation, displacement of A with respect to B is equal to, initial velocity of A with respect to B into time t plus half into acceleration of A with respect to B into t square. Final equation, V square minus U square is equal to VAB square minus UAB whole square is equal to 2 into acceleration of A with respect to B into displacement of A with respect to B. This we can write. This is a scalar form. This equation we can write in a vector form. This VAB whole square, this we will write VAB dot VAB. That is the dot product between same physical quantity minus UAB dot UAB is equal to 2 into acceleration of A with respect to B into displacement of A with respect to B. So these are the equations we are using in equations of motions. Okay, Andy. We know V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, V square minus U square is equal to AS, Sn is equal to U plus A into N minus half. These equations in relative motion, final velocity of A with respect to B is equal to initial velocity of A with respect to B plus acceleration of A with respect to B into time t. Displacement of A with respect to B is equal to initial velocity of A with respect to B into t plus half A into acceleration of A with respect to B into t square. Velocity, final velocity of A with respect to B whole square minus initial velocity of A with respect to B whole square equal to 2 into acceleration of A with respect to B into displacement of A with respect to B. So these are equations of motion used in relative motions.